Okay, so today the problem we're going over, we're just going to be balancing and figuring out what type of reaction it is. I wanted to go over one of the trickier balancing problems because I've been noticing a lot of people have been having trouble balancing. Okay, and I wanted to make sure you guys had some instruction on it. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we are going to set up our table. So I'm gonna write PB, I'm gonna write H, P, and O. Okay, those are the four elements that are inside of our reaction. So I just wanted to remind you guys that if there's a capital letter, that's an element. And so we have four different capital letters. If there's a lowercase, it applies to the element in front of it. So that's why PB is its own element. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now we're gonna count how many of each element we have on the left and the right side. So if we look on the left side, there's going to be one PB, 3 H's, 1 P, and 4 O's. Okay. So when we balance, we want to start off by counting the elements. I know that some of you guys might be ahead already because you're more comfortable doing it, but that's fine. But I'm gonna take it slow. On the right side, we have 2 H's. And since there's a 3 behind the PB, there's going to be 3 PBs. Now, when we have parentheses, you're going to notice there's a number outside the parentheses. If that happens, we just need to multiply the inside of the parentheses by the number on the outside. So if you look in the parentheses, how many P's are inside the parentheses?
4.
P, 1.
Oh, sorry.
There's only 1, yeah. So there's 1. I was like, uh-oh.
Right.
There's 1 P. So we multiply it by 2, so we have 2 P's. And then how many oxygens do we have?
4.
4. And then so we multiply that by 2 for a total of 8. No, no worries. Just so ready with the other answer. Okay, so we have our numbers now, and now we just need to add in order to balance. The first thing you probably want to do is you want to add PB so we can balance out the PBs. Which side should I add PB to?
The left side.
Left side, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like Beyonce said, to the left, to the left. And then we add 2. Sorry, guys, I'll stick to chemistry. I won't sing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go to 3. Yeah, God's fair, guys. I'm good at math, but I'm not good at singing. Okay, so we have 3 PBs now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next we want to add H's. Which side should I add H to?
To the right.
Yes, to the right. Okay, so we have to add the whole molecule H2. And that'll get us to 4. Okay, but if you guys notice, we didn't balance the H's, right? We still need to add H's, but now we got to add it to the left, right? Yeah. Beyonce knows. Okay, so H3PO4. That's true, left to right. Okay, so we're gonna add H3PO4. Now, if I add this molecule, how many H's are on the left side? 6. And then we have 2 P's. And how many O's do I have? 8. Good. So now if you notice, PB is balanced, P is balanced, O is balanced. We just need to add 2 H's to the right side. And we can do that by adding H2. And that'll get us to 6. And everybody is balanced and happy.
Yay.
Okay. All right. All we got to do now is put numbers in front of the molecule. So what number should I put in front of PB? 3, 2, 3, and we don't need a number in front of this guy because it's by itself. Okay, and there you go. So if you want your balanced equation, this is what it's going to look like. All right. So I want you guys now to take maybe about a minute. I want you to tell me what type of reaction it is. Okay, so is it synthesis, decomp, single replacement, double replacement? Take about a minute. You can talk with the person next to you, jot it down on your paper, and let's see if you got it correct, okay? So jot it down on your paper. There's no such thing as decombustion.
Decombustion. I had it in my head that you said decombustion. It messed me up. Well, I forgot. What's it called? What's the D word called?
The D word? Dynamite.
Let's go.
Double replacement.
Decompose.
Nuts.
It's dragon, the D word.
What did they call it?
Dragon.
You're my teacher.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Alrighty, guys. Let's go over the answer and then I'll get you guys started on your assignment. Okay, so you guys had a 20% chance of getting it right, even if you guessed. But let's go over this. Okay, so if we look at this equation, you want to just figure out what happens as we go from the left side to the right side. Now, on the left side, PB is by itself, but on the right side, PB is combined with PO4, right? PO4 originally was with H, but it left H to be with PB, and H is by itself. And so if one part of the molecule leaves to be with the other one, we call that a single replacement. So this was a single replacement reaction, okay? And if you're having trouble finding out what type of element or what type of reaction it is, just make sure that you guys double check your notes. You guys can go back to the lecture videos for that part because we will continue to do this for the rest of the unit. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so this is the only problem we're going over together. Now, let me put your instructions on the screen for you guys. But today you are going to be finishing up the MGO post lab, and then you have a new assignment called Types of Chemical Reactions Practice, where we're going to practice some stoic and figuring out what type of equation it is. So nothing really new. You're just going to be practicing again and finishing up your post lab. All right. Let me know if you have any questions or if you guys want to check your answers.